Namo Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prasnayate
Namo Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prasnayate
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Bhajan Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaurabhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaurabhakta Vrinda
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna
Madana Mohana
Hari Bol Krishna
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Haribo Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana.
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribol Krishna, Haribol Nitai Lord. Jai Gurudev, Haribol, Haribol.
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Haribo Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana.
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Haribo Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Haribo Krishna,
Madana Mohana.
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gauranga,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gauranga.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda,
Haribo Krishna,
Ananda Paramahamsa,
Haribo Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda,
Haribo Krishna,
Ananda Paramahamsa.
Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa, Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Namine, Gora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prestaya Te.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Namine, Gora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prestaya Te.
Haribol, Namaste. Before we start, I'd like to recap something that's very important about the process of learning we are engaging in and endeavoring to understand. So bago tayo mag-umpisa, gusto kong magkaroon tayo ng alaala kung bakit tayo nag-chant, bakit tayo nag-aaral, anong dahilan, okay? At ano nga ba ito, okay? Para magkaroon kayo ng pundasyon, para ma-remember natin. Kasi pag na-remember natin yun, maalaala natin, malalaman natin kung bakit tayo nandito ngayon at anong ginagawa natin. Okay? So yung pag-acquire ng knowledge ay dalawang proseso. Yung isa descending, yung isa ascending. Okay? Ibig sabihin nun, yung ascending method is through the conditioning that we are in now, we try to explore, analyze everything with our senses. Okay? And the senses are limited. The mind is limited, although there are innumerable desires in the mind. And the intelligence is also not that, all-encompassing. Kaya, it will be hard for us to ascend to know the Supreme Person who is transcendental to this material world. Okay? But we can check and analyze up to a certain point. Hanggang sa certain point, ma-analyze nyo, may nagko-control pala rito. May nagbibigay pala sa atin ng hangin, tubig, lahat. At meron palang mga individual na nagko-control sa ulan, sa araw, lahat. Naintindihan nyo? So it points to someone who is all-powerful. Okay? Pero ma-experience natin na we're also suffering because of this body. At gusto natin magkaroon ng ma-address o kaya mabigyan tugon paano tayo hindi magsasuffer. Okay. So ginagawa natin, we try to choke it out. Ibig sabihin nun, by our own endeavor, ascend to God. Know more about God by our own endeavor. Yun yung ascending method. Ang problema lang, our senses are limited. Since you are a person who makes decision to know the Supreme Person, ang Supreme Person is also a person. Okay? He has his own likes. He has his own will. Just like you have your own will. But the difference is that God is a supreme controller. Okay? He's the cause of all causes. He's self-sufficient. He does not need anyone. He's the cause of all. Living or non-living. Okay? Tayo, hindi ganun. Kaya, we must understand our frailties or our limitation. Okay? That we're not all powerful. Yun ang point doon. Okay? And ang pinaka-point, the point that I wanted to discuss is God is a person. He has his own choice. Like you, you're also a person. May choice din kayo, okay? May choice kayong mag-make ng effort, dalhin yung katawan nyo makinig, okay? Para gamitin nyo na maintindihan nyo kung ano yung katotohanan, okay? Pwede rin, hindi kayo, sundin nyo yung nasa isipan nyo, okay? Kaya nga, minsan nagbibiro ako sa inyo, alam nyo, sinasabi ko sa inyo, pag makikipaghuntahan ka, makikipagsabunutan ka sa kalbo, wala kang mahilang buhok, okay? Pero kung may spiritual understanding ka, magpasiro, wala kang buhok, okay? Wala kang load, okay? Hindi ka mahila ni Maya. Kasi sa haba ng buhok nyo, nag-identify kayo sa body, mahila kayo ni Maya, masabunutan kayo, okay? Intindihan nyo? Kasi may load ka eh. Ano yung load nyo? Lordship. Okay? Lagi nyo, alam mo yung manok? Di ba yung mga naglalaro ng naglalaro ng sabong? Anong ginagawa nila parate? Hinihimas nila parate yung ulo ng tandang nila ba? Okay? Ganon din ginagawa natin, di ba? Every day. Pasok kayo sa doon, tingnan nyo. Okay na ba yung buhok ko? Okay? Hindi nyo alam. Nakagaya na pala kayo. Si Maya pala, nakahawak na sa ulo nyo. Kasi nag-identify kayo sa buhok eh. Nag-identify kayo sa body, sa lordship nyo. Okay? Okay? Tingin kayo, tama na ba yung kilay ko? Okay? Tama na ba yan? Okay? Pero hindi natin napapansin yun. Akala natin in control tayo. In control tayo sa dominion natin. Me, okay? I'm intelligent. Okay? The most beautiful. The most powerful. Yun yung process na magpapalayo tayo sa atin kay Krishna. Okay? So yung another method naman, descending, coming from God. Out of His love and compassion for us. Okay? God, the Supreme Person, Krishna, descends through His teachings, through the heart of His pure loving servant. Okay? The Lord within the heart. Okay? Krishna descends. Okay? And that descending process comes down. Krishna comes, teaches the science to the devotee as it is, coming down, coming down. The whole purpose? So we can learn the scientific, transcendental scientific process to be free, to be connected with the will of God. Okay? The ascending method is all about our will. Okay? The descending method is God's will. What He likes, how we can relate to Him. Because it's based upon understanding our limitation. We are not all powerful, and we will be with wisdom, with the scientific, transcendental scientific process, that to surrender to the Supreme Person, one must have this humble, this humility, okay? That it's impossible for me to get out of this ocean where I'm drowning. Hindi niyo? Pero yung isang process naman, ascending. Okay? So our spiritual master, Jagad Guru Siddhaswarup, is coming from the long line of spiritual master. Okay? Jagad Guru Siddhaswarup is spiritual. He is the disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, who is the disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Swami, who is the disciple of, Gorakishore Das Babaji, whose spiritual master is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, okay? Up to Lord Chaitanya. Okay, naintindihan niya? So the science is there, okay? That is the path we're trying very hard to be focused, to be fixed. And that is the descending process, okay? God Himself descends, okay? So the program that has given us in this age of Kali Yuga is the Sankirtan movement, the holy names, okay? Meaning, it's for everybody. That's why when Lord Chaitanya came here, the Supreme Person stated in Scripture that in Kali Yuga, He descends not as the Supreme Person, but rather as a devotee of God to teach us how to love God. Okay? Lord Chaitanya, Gaur Hari. Okay? And His message is the eternal message in the Puranas. Harenama, Harenama, Eva Kevalam, Kolowa Nasteva Gatiranyata. Okay? There is no other alternative. There is no other alternative. There is no other alternative in this age of Kali Yuga except through the chanting of the holy names. Haribol, okay? That's it. Okay? And why is it the process? To counteract the influence of Kali Yuga. Okay? And also, to bring us to our senses in awareness of who we really are. Because God descends as the holy names, God incarnation, as stated in Scripture. Okay? He's not different from His names. God, the Supreme Person's paraphernalia, everything that is connected with Him is transcendental. Okay? So the spiritual master is God the servant descending. So God Himself comes to relate to us. So that is the process. Okay? Is it clear sa inyo? So now, ano yung hinaharap natin? Okay? Ang hinaharap natin is that we are so much in ignorance of our limitation, our true identity. And we have been here conditioned for so long, trying to choke it out or to struggling to get out of this miserable world by dominating material nature. Yun ang problem eh. We try to dominate material nature. But material nature is more powerful than us. Okay? We try to control in our limited way. Okay? Kaya nga hindi ba nyo mapansin, ano yung pinaka-ano ng mga lahat? Ngayon, ano yung pinaka-ano ng lahat? Oy, picture. Anong ginagawa ng lahat? Selfie kagad ba? Ilabas yung dila nila na, okay? Di ba? Yun ang ginagawa nila. Hindi niya alam, yung ginagawa nila na yun, hawak ka na ni Maya eh, dahil ang haba ng buhok mo eh. Alam mo? Kaya sa devotee, pag nag-approach sa spiritual master dahil yung system, napapakalbo sila kasi yung buhok mo, yun yung maskara mo eh. Alam mo? Yun yung shackle mo eh, okay? Hindi ba? Naintindihan niya? Kaya kung gaano kahaba yung buhok niyo, hindi ko sinasabing hindi kayo magpahaba ng buhok. Kasi ano naman yan depende sa coach. Pero kung nakapokus ka sa buhok mo, lagi mong ginaganon araw-araw, araw-araw, ginaganon mo, hinihila mo, paikot-ikot, then laking problema mo. Kasi baka sa sobrang haba, pwede mo nang gamitin pambigti. Okay? Sa sobrang haba ng buhok mo, sa sobrang miserable ka, itali mo gano'n mo, tumalong ka na lang. Pero hindi mo na kailangan magbigti kung wala kang kaalaman. Nag-identify ka sa dead matter, sa buhok mo, sa body mo, sa pulse, yung pulse ego of control, then you're living dead. Hindi mo na kailangan magbigti. Matagal ka na nakabigti. Is it clear? So ito yung gusto kong sabihin sa inyo. Kaya ako sinabi yon, yung path na para malaman nyo, okay? So bakit tayo nandito ngayon? Kasi we should engage in sacrifice. Ano yung sacrifice? Pag-aalay. We must engage in sacrifice. Activities, surrender, everything, offering, okay? Babasahin ko yung gusto ni Krsna to free us because it's a science. Alam yung science? A certain process na will result to a certain activity ba? Formula, gagawin mo, then may result, okay? Hindi niya? So sa sobrang tagal natin dito, yung science ng sinusunod natin ay yung science ng formula ng I, me, mine. Okay? Yun yung formula niya I, me, mine. Okay? Ako, akin. Okay? Yun yung formula niyo. So ano nangyayari? You experience the pain of being cut off from the source of your shelter. Di ba? Very obvious naman. Hindi mo nga alam habang ginaano yung mukha mo araw-araw, yung pala hindi mo na kailangan ng, kung nakikita nyo, hindi nyo kailangan pampaputi. Dahil araw-araw yung mukha nyo nataagnas, napapalitan. Yung tinitignan mo mukha, hindi na ikaw yun. Kung nag-identify ka sa mukha. No? Kasi the body is continually changing. The atoms and molecules are continually moving. Kaya yung inihila mo rito ng kilay, araw-araw, yung kinukulangot mo araw-araw, ginagano mo, itignan mo, hindi mo alam, hindi na ikaw yon. Pero nag-identify ka pa rin sa source ng suffering at tapon sa basura, sa septic tank. Tapos magtataka ka na lang, bakit may kulubot na? Okay? Ba't puti na buhok ko? Ba't nahulog ngipin ko? Okay? Bakit nagsishrink na ang body ko? That is straight body. Pagtagal, gumagano na, Dati, 2 paa naglalakad. Pagtagal, 3 na, may baston. Pagtagal, 4 na. Pagtagal, horizontal na. Tinutulak na yung katawan. Okay? Pero hindi nyo napapansin yun. Yun yung process na formula ng sinusunod ng karamihan. Ano yung formula na yun? I, me, mine, lordship. Okay? Hindi mo nakakatakot yun? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan pumasok sa horror movie. Horrible na yung buhay mo. Okay? Dapat hindi horrible yung buhay. Horrible! Chant the holy names, okay? Yun yung process ng parampara. Okay? So nakita na niyo, ano yung formula? Ito yung formula. Para madali, okay? Kasi pag marami akong sasabihin, dapat araw-araw siguro, isang ano lang ang pag-uusapan natin, no? Isa lang, para magkaroon tayong total recall, okay? At gawin natin, okay? Na-connected din sa mission, okay? So sa Bhagavad Gita, the conclusion, perfection of renunciation. Ito yung sinasabi rito. Sabi ni Lord Krsna, chapter 18, purport, dito, text 5. Acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up, but should be performed indeed. Sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung sacrifice, yung ginagawa natin must be transcendental. Kasi may mga sacrifice na hindi transcendental. Alam niyo yung pagpiesta rito, ano yung sacrifice nila? Hahawak ng manok, puputulin yung ulo. Okay? Itatapon yung dugo. Okay? Yun yung sacrifice nila, hindi ba? Halimbawa, nabuyagan daw, okay? Sa kuweba. Pero kung yung sacrifice mo para magdala ka ng baboy doon, patayin yung baboy, paduguan. Okay? Usually, ganun yung sacrifice, yung mode of ignorance. Pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung sacrifice is connected with love, devotion. And it's a science of devotional service. Okay? By nature, you will be active. So kung ano yung activity mo na incline ka under the modes of material nature, you may be very intelligent, you may be a priest, you may be an administrator, okay? Different ano. Passionate ka, you're a businessman, okay? And you engage in activities, okay? So you do sacrifice. Pero kung ang formula mo ay me mine, ikaw lang lagi yung ano, na lahat ng sacrifice mo na para sa'yo, okay? Just like yung Smarta Brahmans. Alam yung Smarta Brahmans? Yung wives ng mga Brahman, yung husband ng mga devotees, okay? Kabaliktaran yung mundo nila. Sila, iniisip nila yung mundo ng kaligayahan to enjoy their senses. Kaya, Smarta Brahman, smart kuno, okay? Pero yung devotee, transcendental sila kasi yung nasa samadhi sila. Ano yung samadhi? Complete remembrance, unalloyed pure devotion sa Supreme Person. Yun yung samadhi. Not touched by this material world. Okay? So wag na ang spiritual advancement will be depending upon how you decide and how you act spontaneously. Spontaneously, yung Smarta Brahmans, because they have material consideration, yung sacrifice nila is all about them. Okay? To someone who can give them, bibigyan sila ng what they need to enjoy heavenly enjoyment, okay? Spontaneous sa kanila na yun ang focus nila. Pero yung mga wives nila, spontaneous ng pag sinabi, Krishna is in the forest. His friends are hungry. No? Immediately, spontaneous. Krishna's here. Diretso sila dun. Wala na. Forget about the family. Forget about everything. Okay? And sabi, huwag kang punta, yung husband, yung mga bata, sino mag-aalaga kay Dudong, okay? Yung baby, umiyak, forget about it. Krishna, okay? Spontaneous. Pag nasa material, pag contaminated tayo, spontaneous talaga, okay? Alam niyo pa paano? Pagkakain mo, wala nang toothbrush, punta agad sa salamin, lipstick. Okay? Spontaneous, okay? Kasi iba yung formula. pag may problema, me, mine. Kaya, you are the recipient of all the fruits of your action. Fruitive worker ka. Okay? Fruitive. Lahat ng ginagawa mo para sa'yo okay? Para sa'yo. Lisod magtrabaho. Matulog na lang ko. Okay? It's all about you. Tulog ka ng tulog, pero hindi ka rin makatulog. Dahil mamaya, makaihi man yung body. Hindi ka man kwaknit na pwede lang umihi sa pantalo mo. Pwede rin. Okay? They worship the demigods for ulterior motives. Iba yung pure Brahman, like yung Brahmana, old Brahmana na nag-pray kay Lord Krishna. Iba yun. Yun yung Brahmana are purified individuals. Okay? They're honest. Yun ang quality ng Brahmana. And they're not attached to this world. Pero itong Smarta Brahmans, they're attached to this material world. In yung world na yun, heavenly planet. Okay? Kasi heavenly goodies. Okay? Yun ang focus nila. So they worship the demigods. Okay? They have material consideration because it's all about them na what they can get. Okay? The sacrifice for someone, pero sila yung recipient. Okay? Actually, in a truest sense, they're using God's property. Belongs to God. And offer it to someone who is also the servant of God. Kaya lang, what they want is to get the result. Okay? Perverted ba? Perverted. Okay? So, pag sinabi niyong pervert, baliktad. Okay? So, lahat ng tao rito sa material world, either nasa katawan ng lalaki, nasa katawan ng babae, or either kung ano man yung status niya, ano ba yung tawag nila mga status na yan? Okay? Inisip nila, girl sila, nasa katawan sila ng lalaki, o boy sila, nasa katawan. Tinasabi natin, stigma yan. Perverted. Pero ang katunayan, when we are covered by illusion, we are in illusion. We identify with what we are not. We are all perverted. Okay, intindihan nyo? So, no need to be very arrogant and righteous and to think na, I'm higher than them. Because what we should be focusing is our situation. Okay? The question is, am I experiencing and engaged in an activity that is in harmony with the will of God? Okay? Hindi niya? Kaaya-aya. So yun yung magsisave sa atin. Okay? Sabi ni Lord Krishna, acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up but should be performed indeed. Sacrifice, charity, penance, purify even the great souls. Okay? You engage in activities in what your nature is. For example, Arjuna, he's a warrior. What did he do? Okay? He followed the instruction of Lord Krishna, fight. So ang garland niya is his sword, his anger, and offer it to do the will of God. Okay? Intindihan niyo? Kayo, may lakas man din kayo. Okay? Either, saan nyo gagamitin yung lakas nyo? Okay? Sa kakakanta ng tik-tok-tok, tok-tok-tok, o kaya ida. Okay? Pero pwede nyo gamitin niya na Krishna, 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 and enter in the transcendental world that we have been given by Lord Chaitanya, Haribol. Okay? That is the formula in this age of Kali Yuga. God Himself embraces us. So what we should do, this kingdom, we open our heart, okay, to Krishna's embrace, the holy name. So that should be our meditation. And that will purify the mind. Don't draw mind away from it. The mind is very powerful. Don't ever think, don't underestimate the mind, okay? Because that is where Maya, okay, dwells, okay, the desire, okay? Kaya yung formula, dapat, kung dito sa mundo ngayon, COVID times, lagi tayong mayroong antiseptic, alcohol, okay? Pagpasok natin, tapak sa mga mag-purify na walang COVID, okay? So what is the transcendental antiseptic that will purify the mind? Okay, to draw the mind away from matter? God Himself. And it's God the servant. And He teaches us how to love God. That's the point. Because by nature, we will be active and will be serving and loving. Okay? Ang nangyari, yung formula natin ay me, mine. So yung formula is about love of myself. Love of myself. Ano yung kanta na yun? Love of myself. And love of my false ego. All by myself. Suffering by myself. Kaya umiiyak ka mag-isa parati. Kaya nga, hindi ba, kinikwento, kanta nyo, lonely table just for one. Di ba? Ganon kayo parati, okay? Mami, gore lang na. Get gore, Haribol. Just put it down, please. So, naintindihan niya? So, ito sabi nila, all activities, ito yung kadugtong ni Chalila Dasi. Ito yung formula na dapat sundin natin. All these activities should be performed without any expectation. Bakit walang ano yung expectation? Nag-expect ka ba? Nanganduy ka? Naghuna-huna ka na ka makuha? Okay? Yun ang problem. All these activities should be performed without any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty o son of pirta. That is my final opinion. So, hindi dapat tayo maging fruitive worker. Okay? Because fruitive worker is a self-centered activity. It's all about us. And the fruits of our action, whatever material things or spiritual entities, living entities we connect with the action we do, belongs to God. Okay? Belongs to God. That's why the program is Haribol. Okay? So, the Supreme Person descends as the holy names. For everybody. Walang secret. Okay? Walang confidential. Intindihan nyo? The sun rises up. Okay? May sinasabi ba ang sun, oh, hindi ako liliwanag. Hindi ako magbibigay ng liwanag dito. Hindi ako magbibili ng liwanag doon. No, the sun rises up. So if you're in front of the sun, everything becomes clear. Okay? So you come in contact with the process that is so transcendentally powerful in this age of Kali Yuga. The holy names. Okay? And it's connected, given by God the servant. So we can be reestablished with our true eternal Sanatan Dharma to love and serve the Supreme Person. So He Himself comes and take hold of us, embrace us. Ang gagawin lang natin, with open heart, with open arms, surrender to Him in humility. Kasi you will never succeed to play Lord in this material world. You'll just experience the hurt. Alam niyo yung hurt? Okay? Yung sakit. Okay? And when the pain comes, You want to run away from the pain, okay? And you try to rationalize, okay? Alam niyo, rationalize, oh, I see Krishna. No. Why not be engaged in the process that is given to us, the Harinama, and let Krishna take care of everything? Just like when Lord Krishna approached the sacrifice where the Smarta Brahmans are engaging in, but their wives are all pure unalloyed devotees, okay? That should be what we should be engaging in, that formula. And that is complete surrender to the Supreme Person. So meaning all of us here can be situated in a situation of pure loving service to the Supreme Person when we are guided by the God, the servant. So that is parampara. That's why our spiritual master is the representative of Krishna teaching us how to love Krishna. So that's all. It's not something that is secret, confidential, because Haribol, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivinoda Thakur have already predicted that the holy names will be spread all over the world, in every barangay, in every nook and cranny, the holy names will reverberate. Okay? Oh, reverberate. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna himself will be the one to purify all of us, to bring us back. Okay? You understand? Is it clear? Harinama, Harinama, eva kevalam, kolowanasteva nasteva gatiranyata. In this age of Kali Yuga, there is no other alternative. There is no other alternative. There is no other alternative. So, it's not about confidentiality. It's about someone who's, secret. It's not that. The holy name comes like the sun. It rains. The rain does not distinguish between the desert, the ocean, and it rains everywhere. Okay? So, we should not try to be making our own formula. The problem is our false ego, We think we're great. We're in control, okay? Put our lives in the hands of God. Receive the holy names, the descending process. Is it clear sa inyo? So when we apply the process, and how do we apply it? When we engage in the process that Lord Krishna tells us. Devotion. Lord Krishna tells us, if one offers me with love and devotion, a little fruit, a little flower, a leaf, I will accept it. Meaning, you're not expecting anything in return. Simply rendering service. Anyway, God is self-sufficient. He doesn't need our service. But because we're not self-sufficient, that we must understand clearly. We are not all-powerful, not self-sufficient, and we're longing for embrace of someone who can protect us, someone who will give us love. No? It's not this. It's not Maya. Because our true transcendental, eternal position is we're eternally the loving servant of God. And the activities we should be engaging are activities in rendering loving service. That is what is pleasing to God. Okay? And the process is given to us by our instructing spiritual master. Okay? It begins with hearing, glorifying God. Okay? Chanting the holy names. Surrendering everything to Lord Krishna. Anyway, everything belongs to Him. We are completely under His scale. Either we serve Him or not. Is it clear sa inyo? So don't try to push it, okay? So you're given this opportunity. You push your luck, you do your own will, you fail. Okay? You fail because you're not all-powerful. Okay? You cannot fight Maya. Okay? Just like you're in the ocean, drowning, okay? And the devotee comes, picks you up. Okay? The holy name picks us up. So the devotees, he makes it that this ocean becomes so small, like a hoof print, a water in the hoof print of a cup. You can just bypass it. Okay? So when we live that life of surrendering our lives, everything to Lord Krishna, the resultant, it's up to Him. We just offer our life, engage in activities, in our tendencies, and offer everything to Krishna. Okay? It's a continuous relationship. Okay? It's up to Him. Okay? We're protected. But if we do otherwise, we try to control, make believe I can save people, I can guide them to go to Krishna. That is not the process, okay? So, why are we engaging in this study program? Why, okay? Why? Because our spiritual master would want us to have clear understanding of our true transcendental nature and experience the sweetness of rendering service to the Supreme Person. So it will be natural for us when you experience this happiness, this shelter, you'll be feeling compassion upon others, okay? You'll be sharing what you've been given, okay? You will not be keeping it, okay? So why preach to people who have been given already the science, the teaching, okay? You just get along together, very insular, okay? Why not follow the teachings of Lord Chaitanya? And that is the reason our spiritual master came here, okay? So we can be glorifying the Supreme Person, engaging our life in activities of loving surrender in any, according to our tendencies, okay? Intindihan niyo? So, if we are guided by this spiritual transcendental principle that is descending from Krsna, from our spiritual master, then we won't be purity worker, okay? We will be on another level, okay? It's what we will be situated in harmony with the will of God, under the protection of Krishna, okay? So when Lord Krishna tells us, just approach a bona fide spiritual master, that is the process of parampara, okay? And someone who have accepted the spiritual master means he's pleasing to Krishna if he follows, okay? The teaching, like what Lord Chaitanya did, okay? Understand? Is it clear? So those who faithfully follow their spiritual master instruction, they're protected. Tindihan niya? Because Krishna notices it, takes care of us, okay? And Krishna tells us, those who surrender unto me, I'll protect them. Those who are constantly in loving remembrance upon me, I'll give them the understanding by which they can come to me. And that understanding is not the conditioning of this material world. It's about me, you know. It is an offering of as the end itself, not a purity worker, guided by our spiritual master, based upon the science of hearing and chanting the holy names. Because when you chant the holy names, it is devotional service. It is the process. Okay? It's not by your own power, you know. You try to read the books and everything, you know. That is not the process in Kali Yuga. The process is the chanting of the holy names. And with the spiritual guidance given to us about what is transcendental and absolute, Satchit Ananda, okay? And not only that, okay, our absolute transcendental nature, who we really are, okay, our absolute transcendental position as eternally the loving servant of Lord Krishna, okay, and the activities we should be engaging in, pure devotional service, okay, not touched by this material world. So the conditioning of materialism, the disease of I, me, mine, will be clear. Okay? You become free. Because at the time you follow the instruction of the spiritual master and you're not a purity worker, okay? You offer everything to Krishna, guided by our spiritual master. Is it clear? So that is the benefit, transcendental benefit and boon or mercy that we are now here. So if we make progress, it will be natural. If we are making progress towards serving and loving our spiritual master and Lord Krishna, it will be natural to see people suffering, okay? Not people, spirit, soul, in different bodies, in this world, suffering, okay? In material conditioning, either in the body of a pig, body of the insect, you feel, you chant Hare Krishna, the Maha Mantra. And even people, you're so afraid. Like, for example, you're always worried, baka there's ghosts there upstairs, you know? So the devotee is not afraid of the ghosts. When there's a ghost, he chants, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He helped the ghost who has no material body. Okay? He understands clearly, now no harm can come to you because you're not the body. You can never be killed. Okay? You will be eternal. The question is, what situation you'll be in. Okay? Kaya hindi ka pwedeng gutay-gutayin ng ghost. Yung mind mo lang yan. Okay? Yung doon, intindihan niya? So, let's chant the holy names. Haribol, Namaste.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prestaya Te
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Namite, Gora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prestaya Te.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayana
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana.
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Jai Gurudev Hari Bol
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda
Hari Bol everybody sing
Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama
Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Hari Bol Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gauranga
Hari Bol Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Hari Bol Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gauranga
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Guranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Guranga,
Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada
Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada
Krishna,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa namin Gora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prestayate.